They said Mindanao wants to separate from the Philippines. At first, I laughed. Then I panicked. Then I laughed again because honestly, who wouldn't panic if half your stolen budget suddenly became foreign money? Say, I am Congressman Boyet, the man who can make a billion-peso project disappear faster than a pothole after election season. And when I heard the news, I was in the middle of a very important meeting. That is, a meeting with a plate of lechon sinigang and a generous side dish of taxpayers' money. My assistant, a perpetually nervous guy named Joey, ran in, sweating more than a marathon runner. Sir, the news. Mindanao leaders are calling for independence. I almost choked on my free government's subsidized rice. Independence? What? They think they can just leave, like it's a bad relationship on a reality TV show. It's not you, Luzon. It's me. The thought was absurd. Then, like a lightning bolt of pure, unadulterated self-interest, it hit me. If Mindanao leaves, they'll take my constituents. My carefully planned, ghostly art projects. My precious pork barrel. That's like losing both your wife and your mistress on the same disastrous day. The horror. But what really made me laugh a deep from the belly kind of laugh was the reason people were giving online. They said they wanted to move to Mindanao because, and I quote, the government in Manila keeps misusing tax money. Excuse me. Misusing? I call that creative accounting. A financial art form. They said, we're corrupt. I say, we re-efficient why, wait for the money to slowly trickle down to the people when we can spend it so much faster ourselves. It's just good time management, if you think about it. The internet, of course, went wild. Memes were everywhere. Mindanao. The new Singapore. I saw that one and thought, great, more competition. Then another. Luzon. The land of unending traffic and unavoidable taxes. Too real. Man, too real. But the one that got me, the one that truly touched my heart, was a comment under a news article. It said, finally, a place without Congressman Boyet. I had to give that one a hard react. You have to appreciate your critics. Right? They keep you humble. Or, at least, they give you new material. Then, the inevitable happened. The president called an emergency meeting. The whole room was a pressure cooker of fake patriotism. Everyone was shouting, we must keep the nation united. One Philippines. Indivisible. I stayed quiet. Not because I was deep in patriotic thought, but because I was busy with some quick mental math. I was calculating how much I could potentially earn from a Mindanao visa processing center. Just imagine it. A standard fee of, say, 5,000 per permit. Finally, it was my turn to speak. I stood up, put on my most sincere man of the people face, and addressed the room. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, as a proud Filipino, I believe in unity. The room erupted in applause. I let them clap, soaking it in. Then I dropped the punchline. But if our brothers and sisters in Mindanao insist, perhaps we should consider a different approach. Maybe we should just franchise the Philippines. You could hear a pin drop. Everyone stared at me, their faces a perfect mix of confusion and horror. I smiled my most charming million-peso smile. Think about it, Philippines Incorporated. Every island group becomes a business unit. Luzon handles the politics and bureaucracy wire. Already experts. The VCS can be in charge of tourism and fiestas, and Mindanao gets peace and oil. The room was still silent. Of course, when I said peace, I really meant a piece. As in, my piece of the budget. But details. After the meeting, the reporters swarmed me like bees to honey. One of them shoved a microphone in my face. Congressman, what's your take on the sentiment that people want to migrate to Mindanao to escape corruption? I looked her straight in the eye, my face a mask of profound understanding. Oh, I understand them completely. I really do. In fact, Even I want to migrate. The reporters leaned in closer. With all my hidden assets. They laughed. I laughed. The whole hallway laughed. And that, my friends, is what I truly love about this country. Nobody ever knows for sure if we re-joking or just confessing our grandest schemes in plain sight. Later that night, I was back at home, scrolling through my phone before bed. I saw a post that said, Mindanao now hiring. Honest and dedicated leaders. I chuckled and whispered to the empty room, well, that definitely disqualifies me. But was I worried? Not in the slightest. People have short memories. Give them some free Wi-Fi. A star-studded concert, a few selfies with their favorite celebrities, and they'll happily vote for the same old clowns all over again. It's a reliable cycle. Even if the entire circus burns to the ground, they'll still stand around and cheer for the fire. So, if Mindanao really does separate, maybe I'll move there too. Start fresh, a new flag, but the same old, time-tested system. I'll even rebrand myself. Get a new title. Governor Boyet of the Independent Republic of Mindanao. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Because in this beautiful, chaotic country, politicians never really retire. We just find a new stage. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you enjoyed this peek behind the curtain, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss my next public service announcement. Until next time.